What's up, card nerds? So today I'm bringing to you guys a brand new series called Let's Deck Build. In this series, my goal is to show you my deck building process for certain decks and what that entails, including my thought process on why I leave cards in, take cards out, the number of cards, and so on and so forth. So you're going to get a little bit more in depth than just a deck profile or just the deck list. If you do want to see the deck list, feel free to just skip on over to the end. But if you want something more in depth and discussion of certain cards, we're gonna go over that. And I do have this deck built in real life, like 95%. So I should be having gameplay videos come out in the next day or two. So we're gonna get some early gameplay, as well as we're gonna deck build right now. So we're gonna get started with how I do this. Which first, obviously, we have the main raids, which is the Historia is our number one raid. So first and foremost, what I like to do is I read over every card. I look over every card that was released. In this game, it's not a lot of cards, so there's not crazy amount of reading, which is nice. But I did read all the cards already in this set to give me an idea, and then based off of that, I build off of that. So first, obviously, we have this Historia, which is an event deck. I am a yellow One Punch Man, Esper Sisters main, so this deck is right up my alley. But I think this one has a potential to be a little bit better, although I think they're both pretty good. So it gains abilities dependent on the events that you have in your sideline. So if you have two or more, when attacking, give 1,000 to something. That one's okay. 4 or more, activate main if in the front line. If you're using an event card this turn, choose up to one of your AP cards and switch it to active. So free AP is fantastic, and then 6 or more impact. So you're definitely going to want to at least have 4 to raid this out to make it worth it. Otherwise, it might not even be worth it. And then for the Emir Titan, you want to leave this for later because it has double attack if you have 6 or more events, or you could have 5 events in the sideline. Attack with this, draw 1, and pitch an event. Now you're at 6. And then you can switch this character to active. At least I believe that's how it works. So yeah, we're going to be focusing on that. So what I like to start off by doing is by going over the raids first, and then I work my way all the way to the bottom. So just to see if any of these engines are splashable or these raids are splashable in our deck. This Levi, obviously double attacker, and it gains snipe on the 3rd attack if you have an AP active, which our deck doesn't do, but we could have an AP active just because we have so many restands. So this is something that is theoretically we could splash into our deck, but that's for later on. And then this Levi is like removal, but it's alright. This being a 6-drop may make it so that we definitely cannot splash it in, but just something to think about. And then this 4K, choose an AP, switch it to active. So yeah, all of these cards are good, not in our deck though. So for now, we can keep this one in mind, but other than that, we're going to try to make it as consistent as possible. So we're going to start off with Mikasa at the bottom. So this Mikasa, draw 1, discard 1. I think we have to play this as our 0. Although it's not a name, obviously. Draw, discard, you need the events in the sideline. So I feel like you need this. You need the Historia raid for the raid. This Sasha is nullify impact, which is good. No trigger, which kind of sucks. This one at least has a draw trigger as well, so I think it's more important. And then we have Emir. We need to max out on that because it's a 0. That's a hand trigger. Levi, if we play a Levi engine, but we don't right now. Double energy generator, it's okay. And then we have, this one's pretty nice, but you have to have paid an AP cost during the attack phase, so it only works with the other one, but that card is nice for Israel. And then the Irwin as an active trigger. Like I said, add 1, discard 1 is definitely our best friend right now. Next, we're going to go with our 1-drop Historia. This one is just works so good with our deck. Look at the top 2 cards, place them on the top of your deck in any order. And if you have a mirror and on your field, place the top card of your deck in any order and place the remaining cards into your sideline instead. So if you have like 2 events, you can just throw them in the sideline. So that's pretty... Definitely need that. It's a raid target. Yeah, definitely need that. Armin is gonna be a return. I don't think we play this. I don't like those cards personally, but Levi, pay an AP, draw a card, and it'll gain 500. Not for our deck. Bombs. Now this is an interesting card. It basically it returns a card, so it's removal as a 2 cost, which is really nice, and it's an event, which we need event. So what I like to do, I just throw cards that I'm iffy about. I throw them in at 1 and then figure it out after. Now memory. This is a card that's another event card that's draw 1, discard. It's a 2 cost. It is an event. It's a draw trigger, so I think we have to play it. And then you choose an AP card, switch it to active. Essentially, it's a -1, so it's not amazing, but it is an event, and I think we have to max out on it, or at least play 3. So for now, I'm going to have it at max, and then we'll figure it out after. Double energy generator, I don't think we need, but we might, so I'll throw one in just to see later. And then the Emir, that's one of our few Emirs, so we have to play that. 4K on your opponent's turn, active trigger, fantastic. Color trigger, Levi, obviously we can't play that color trigger because we're playing the other one. Erwin Smith, this is a good card. At the start of the attack phase, if this character is active, choose one of your AP cards and switch it to active. And then you may pay 1 AP, this character gains 500. So it's a 4K, 3 essential. That's pretty nice. I was thinking of the double energy generator, but that one's alright too. The special for Historia, we definitely need that based on the events you have. Now for more events, cleanup, this is pretty good. Look at the top 2 cards, place any number of them on the top of your deck in any order, then place the remaining cards into your sideline, and then draw 2 cards. So you can stack whatever 2 cards you want. If you don't want them, you can just get 2 new cards. The restand, the final, we need that. This card I'm very iffy about. I'm not playing it right now, I don't think. I read it and I was like, it seems okay, but I don't think I'm going to throw it in. So reveal the top card of your deck. The real card is a blue character. It has to be a character, which kind of sucks. 3 or less to card energy, add it to your hand, place, and then if you do not add it to your hand, place it on the top of your deck. It would be nice if you can like send it to the sideline. Like if it was an event, you could just send it to the sideline instead. This might be playable. And the fact that this is once per turn is really nice. Kind of like the site for Purple Bleach. But it only adds 3 or less, and we can't add our raids, so it's a little bit tough. So I'm going to throw one in to see if we can keep it, but we'll see. Aaron Yeager. So now this one is not a name that we can raid with, but it's look at the top. It has nullify impact. Look at the top 3 or top 5 cards of your deck. Reveal up to 1 blue event card among them. Add it to your hand. Place the remaining cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. If you added a card, place one card from your hand slide. So it's an active trigger, 3-drop. Searches for events, nullify impact. So I think we play this. I think we have to play it max to make it consistent. I definitely like to start off with consistency and then work backwards from there. So I'm definitely gonna want to test this out in gameplay, and then go from there to see if I keep it. Mikasa is a 3-drop, 3K. It gains all abilities listed below via the required number of events in your sideline. So if you have 2 or more, it's a double energy generator, and if you have 4 or more, it gains 1,000, so it's a 4K. So it works well with our events. The Historia color trigger is fantastic. If there's an Emir and its card name on your field, this character gains 500, so it'll be 3K. That doesn't really matter. But when played, if you used an event card this turn, choose one of your AP cards and switch it to active. You can only activate this Historia ability once time each turn. So this Historia is once per turn, but this Historia is not once per turn. So if you raid 2 Historia's raids, you can get 2 APs back. So that's really good. And then you get another AP back, but just one. So if you play 2 of these, then you won't get the effect twice. But that's really nice that you have a restand without having to raid. That's pretty incredible, actually. This double block Gene is really, really good. 3,500 3-drop double blocker with an active trigger. It's a really good card just by itself, standalone. So I'll throw one in. We'll see if we can put more, if we can fit more in. This is just a rare battle card. This one says choose one of your AP cards to be active at the start of the attack phase. So this one's just another Levi card, and then we have the Mikasa, which is your opponent can add. It is an action to activate active abilities, so it doesn't work amazing in our build. And yeah, that's gonna do it for the deck. So as you can see, we have 56 cards, so we have to just take 6 away. And then this is how I deck build. I put everything in and I start taking out. So the ones that are at 4, most likely gonna keep in. The ones that are not at 4, I'm gonna think about. So this double energy, Eren Yeager, I don't think we need double energy because we only go up to 4. And there isn't a lot of double energy generator in our deck other than that and the Mikasa. So that's why it's pretty hard to splash in like the Levi Raid and stuff. But, meh. Alright, so, but we could if we wanted to. So now we have the double blocker. We take him out. I don't think we need him. The site, I might just test 1 or 2. It's a get trigger, I believe. So, or add to hand trigger. Yeah, so it's tough. Bombs is pretty weak, so I think I'm gonna take the bombs out. Although it's removable, but I think it's fine without it. I'd rather have the draw discard, just the consistency for now. Bombs is definitely a card we can throw in later. I could definitely see myself taking out one of the finals, just because you have 3 APs. If you use a final, now you have 4 APs, and then if you play a Historia, then that puts you up to 5. But then you also raid the Historia, that's 6. So and then if you raid another Historia, that's 7. 7. So that's like you can get 7, 8 plays in a turn and just run out of cards. So this might be really good or really bad if you just have way too many APs and not enough characters to play because we're playing so many events. But obviously we're going to use some of our APs on these events, like draw discard. I think cleanup we have to max out on because if we have a lot of APs like that, this card is a +1, which is really nice, while this card is a -1. So it's tough to say. So for now, I think I'm going to take one of either one of these out. I think just to be safe, we're going to take this out. And then the final is something I got to think about. Maybe putting at 3. For now, I do want to test this. So I think I take a Mikasa out. Am I missing anything here? Let's see. I have that. I definitely skipped these guys. So Erwin is, look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Reveal to 1 Levi card among them. Add it to your hand. Place the remaining cards on the bottom of the deck. This is this is for Levi. This one is choose this is the one that rests and inherit a Titan or pure Titan, and then the person draws a card. I don't believe I'm missing anything. We have Mikasa. Yep. That. Levi. Yeah, I don't think we're missing anything. We have our 3 zeros, so that's 12. We have our 4 1s. And then we have our 2s with the mirror, our 3s here, and our 4s with our raids, and then all the events. Mikasa going down to 3 is not too bad, just because Mikasa doesn't do too much for us other than the draw discard. We have 11 zeros and 4 1s, so I think that should be enough. Although we do want to filter, I think this is okay. Let me make sure I am not missing anything. So let's take the filters off. I hate seeing these cards that are nothing comes up, but just to be safe, that I didn't miss a single card. Historia. Oh, I definitely missed this Historia. No, did I? Did I put the color trigger in? Oh, wow. I didn't. That's funny. Oh, this is going to make it a lot more difficult now. Because now we're up to 54. I thought I was missing something. Yeah, now we're at 54. So now this makes it a little tough. So because we have so many 3 drops, I don't think we can play the event or the site. We have this at 3. So that's 8, 11, 15 events. Not sure if that's enough or too much or too little. So I think we are going to leave it for now, and we'll play test it a little bit and go from there. But maybe we take 2 Erens and 2 Mikasas just to try to make it, just to test both of them and see how it goes. And then now we have 4 color triggers, so now we have 8 3 drops. The double energy is not that important. I think searching the events might be more important. But for now, we'll play 2 of each. This could go up to 3-1 or 4-0 or vice versa. But for now, I would like to test both. So I'm going to keep both at 2 to test them. And then, yeah, just play with it a little bit and go from there. So 46 triggers. What's the only card that doesn't have a trigger? It's going to be our 1-drop, huh? Yeah. This is our only card without a trigger. That's pretty good. 46 triggers. This is the only non-trigger. This is a fantastic card. So yeah, there you have it. That's going to be the deck list. That's 50 cards, 46 triggers. Is fantastic. We have the specials, the colors, of everything filled up. Yep. And then, let's see, we have 8 draw triggers, 10 active triggers, which is really, really nice. Yeah, all in all, I think it's a very good overall deck. Like I said, I'm going to have gameplay of this deck coming up in the next couple days, so stay tuned for that. And that's going to do it for us for the deck building process and just how I deck build. This is just to get a starting point. Once I play test the deck, I will change it up a little bit and go from there. If you guys want an update, feel free to let me know. Or if there's any other decks that you would want me to deck build like this, let me know and I can definitely work on those. But I do love the deck building process, probably my favorite. In TCGs, I played other TCGs and mostly Yu-Gi-Oh! And just deck building is like what I love doing. We're very limited in this game, but it's still definitely very fun. So there you have it. That's our deck, and we'll test it out, and hopefully this is pretty close to perfect deck. So thank you guys, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.